Yeah. All right, boys. Quick thing about free agency. It's coming up. I know there's a lot of guys available. It's exciting to see, where Kadri might go. Um, Other guys, Giroux is available. Malkin's going to be a free agent. Doesn't look like he's going to re-up with Pittsburgh. And before you know it, by the time we get this out, there'll be a tweet that comes out that he does actually re-sign. So are you looking forward to seeing any players in particular where they end up? Do you have a good feeling about certain players where they may end up? What are your initial thoughts going into free agency? Not just for the hometown Maple Leafs, but in general.
Yeah.
I know Johnny Gaudreau is probably the biggest fish in the pond, right?
Yeah, I have Gaudreau going to a New York-based team, so I'm going to say the Devils. I think the
Did
Devils.
You always think he was going to do that, Frankie, or did you think he would re-up with Calgary?
I'm actually shocked he hasn't yet. Like Calgary did offer him a pretty good contract, but I guess he wants double digits, right? Like but the thing is, if you're going to go that you're almost there, give it to him.
I agree. Why wouldn't Calgary just give up? What do you want? 8 years times 11? Just give it to him. He's way more valuable to you at 8 years at 11 than not having him.
It's 115 points, Anyways, but I think I think he heads back to the U.S. in that New York area. So I'm going to take the Devils. I looked at Kadri. There's probably a lot of suitors there. Someone's going to pay for that. Seattle's going to be in the mix. We talked about Seattle already. They got a lot of money to spend. So I think they're going to take a good run at Kadri. I'm going to put Kadri. I'm going to say he takes the money that would have went to Malkin. I think he ends up in Pittsburgh. Even though a dark horse, I can see Boston taking a run at him too. But I like the Penguins. Giroux's probably Ottawa. I think that's kind of like people have kind of.
I disagree there, man. He wants to go to a team that's going to win. Like even with Ottawa acquiring DeBrincat during the draft, I know we didn't get to that. That was the exciting part of the draft. Even with them acquiring him, and even if they added Giroux, do you really think Ottawa is a playoff team yet? I still don't think so.
They're almost there. They're not. Well, we don't. Now you got. They're going to say the same thing. Can we rely on Anton Forsberg and Philip Gustafsson? Right. It's
pending is voodoo.
Exactly.
Malkin. Do you have anybody going to LA, Frank? That's like a spot that I think like they have some cap space. No, kind of up and coming team.
I say I like kind of Malkin in that slot, even though I have him going to Florida. Now that he probably may not resign in Pittsburgh. I think the money that they were going to give Giroux, if they can't find it, they'll give it to Malkin. But LA you're right, Rob. LA is a team that's looking to spend. I would not be shocked if they take a run at guys like Malkin or even Evander Kane. Could be a spot where I could see him end up.
What about Kadri for LA?
I think they're pretty good down the middle with Kopitar and Dano.
But if you slide Dano down to your third line center, you have Kadri as your second line center.
But they also have Quentin Byfield.
True.
Yeah, I don't. Hey, why not Gaudreau to LA? That's a good one, Rob. That's going to be a heck of a team soon.
Can I ask about? Sorry, go ahead, Frank.
No, and you were asking before why Campbell was getting so much. They're paying their backup $5.5, and that's Cal Peterson. What has Cal Peterson done to get $5.5 million? That's why Campbell's probably looking where he is. So that's just kind of one of your comparisons there. But go ahead.
Can I ask about Chicago? Like, what the heck are they doing? This is like the tank job of all tank jobs. They didn't qualify Dylan Strome, who had a decent year. And this is a 25-year-old, former third overall pick. I think there's going to be a lot of suitors for him. Do you think that's a guy that could potentially take a little bit of less money to come back to the hometown Leafs, try to get one of those bet on yourself contracts? Or do you think he tries to take the most money possible? I think there's going to be a lot of teams that are interested, to be honest.
Is the best fit. I guess he was slotted as the number 3, which knocks Kent down to number 4, which is fine. I don't see the fit. I don't know. If Kemp is already penciled into your number 3, which I don't agree with, he's ideally at 4, but
that's what I'm saying. You slide him down the 4 after that.
I just think someone's going to give him more money to play a more suited role. Yeah, I don't see it. If he was qualified at 3, I don't see him taking much less, to be honest. But on the Leafs front, again, you're probably going to be looking at some bargain, like I said, 5 for $1 type of free agents. If they can get some guys to take that hometown discount, like you were saying, Joe, I'm looking at guys like, would be interested in like Max Domi. Mason Marchment is interesting. I know the whole thing with the trade and stuff. Unfortunate that his dad passed away during this time, so that might, put a little wrinkle in things. But here's another name I heard, Paul Stasny. I heard which should be an interesting acquisition.
To the Leafs?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Kelly Yarncrock, as I know, they were after him when he was with Nashville. He ended up in Calgary. There's a potential guy to come in. But I know, again, he's the type of same guy as David Kampf. So there's but I know they were hot after him in Nashville. And a guy that I think they're actually going to make a move for, and Rob might know him very well, Tyler Mott from Vancouver, who went to the Rangers. This guy hits like he's not a big guy, but man, does he hit. And I think he's a little bit better than Colin Blackwell. So there's a guy that they could bring in on the cheap on the bottom 6. One guy I was hoping they do, but I guess because they got Simmons and Clifford, it may not going to work. But Nick Delorier, I think someone's going to.
He's going to get paid, that guy.
Because he fights, but he can play. He can skate too, man. So, anyways, those are my kind of targets that I'd say. And I guess they need a backup goalie. I haven't even looked at who that could be. Eric Comrie,
Samsonov.
Doesn't make you feel all warm and fuzzy, does it, Joe?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Bobby, what do you think the Canucks do with your boy JT Miller?
They trade him. You have to. Last year, got to move him. Okay. I don't know how that's going to help you, but I don't know. I don't think they know if they're coming or going. So.
So you wouldn't re-sign him for maybe like a 6-year deal?
Unless like you're gonna look to move them, there's issues in the room. I don't know. There's something that they're screwing up a pretty good situation out there. I don't know what's going on out there in Vancouver. You think there's any chance Seth Jones gets moved too? Chicago seems like they're moving off of everybody.
I don't know who's taking that contract at this point. The 8-year contract kicks in now, like this coming season. The question is who's going to take Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves after they say they want out for this last year.
I'm just surprised.
I don't understand what Chicago's doing because why wouldn't you keep like Kirby Dach and Dylan Strome and get rid of Kane and Taves? This way, if you get a Bedard or a Michkov or some of these guys that you can rebuild with, you have those other young pieces that are already there.
Yeah, but
it makes no sense.
They're doing this all for Connor.
But that doesn't mean they're going to get him.
But you still need guys.
Buffalo did it for Connor too. The other Connor, it didn't work out.
No, but they're doing their darndest to reset.
I hope it doesn't work out for them. All right, free agency is a mere 36 hours away. Let's see how it all shake out for everyone in the NHL. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.